You're tuned into The Clash here on Radio Northern Beaches, 88.7 and 90.3 FM, and we're joined in the studio by some of the guys from EMU Productions here to talk about their latest production, The Bald Soprano. I'm joined by Barry, Matt and Lucy. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Hello.
That's good. Now, The Bald Soprano, for those people who aren't really in the know with theatre, particularly absurdist theatre, this is a classic absurdist piece, talk us a little bit through what the show's about and what were some of the challenges of bringing this classic piece of absurdist drama to a fresh new audience in the 21st century?
Well, yeah, the play kind of demonstrates the social absurdities that we go through with dinner parties and interactions from one another. And so we've tried to really paint the picture with upgrading technology and how we can have conversations with people without even looking at them, or we were always on our phone or something, scrolling through other people's texts while you're talking to someone you're hanging out with right now. So that's how we've been trying to bring it into today's society. But it has got these older themes, and the language is a little bit outdated, but it's still really fun and just a good old laugh.
Now, Lucy and Matt, you two star in the show. What challenges as actors did you face bringing this production to life in a newer context, as Barry has just illustrated there?
You want to go first?
No.
Well, for me, it hasn't really been I haven't really thought about bringing it into a new context. I've just been thinking about doing the play itself justice. So I'm just really focusing on trying to get everything right with that. Yeah. So that's my biggest... It's hard because there's a lot of text and a lot of it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, but not really. Yeah. And it's hard to link the thoughts that are happening in the play with everyday thinking. So it's like an absurd way to rehearse, personally for me anyway. To rehearse this play has been pretty absurd, but I really enjoy that absurdity. Yeah. Yeah.
He's got an incredibly difficult monologue in it where it just has absolutely no pattern and all these links to different relatives, and then it, I once knew this person whose uncle married a duke, and whose cousin did this for pages,
four
and it finally ends.
Wow.
It ends with he had a cold, and that's the whole story.
This analogy that just goes nowhere.
There's nowhere, absolutely nowhere. It's those conversations you have with people. They come into your store. I work at a bar, right? And they come in and they'll tell me the weather's really hot. Yeah. And so the next person that comes in, I'll be like, "Hey, the weather's really hot outside, isn't it?" And it's just this stupid, meaningless chatter that we have. And yeah, the play kind of goes through that.
Fair enough. Now, Lucy, you also were the production manager and costume designer on the production.
Yep.
How was that kind of juggling those three different roles in the production itself?
It's not that hard because my major show for my degree last year was kind of the same aspect where each of the students took on 7 roles, and we had 2 months to put on this show.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was a director, actor, costume designer, production manager, front of house team member as
Sounds like
well.
It's a one-man show, or one woman in this case.
Yeah, well, there was 20 people and everyone had 7 roles, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
So this is a bit
I'm really enjoying it.
This is a breeze compared to that, is it? Because there's a few more people to help out.
It can be, but there's other circumstances which are also different and annoying to cope with.
Such as?
But not knowing how much money I can spend on the play and if I would get paid back, but I know I will.
Yeah. You're getting paid back.
Finance issues.
Yeah.
It's always undermining
money.
the creativity.
Right.
Yeah. So what kind of reaction do you think you're going to get from your audience when they come to see this show that takes this kind of sort of outside approach to communication between people and how we interact in society? Obviously, opening that question up to all of you.
What the fuck did we just watch?
Yeah, like you'll either just spend time laughing at the absurdity of it, or you'll leave the play being like, I have no idea what I just watched. In fact, you might even be a little bit bored, but I bet you're still thinking about it a week after. And like you're still just going, why? Why did any of that happen?
Yeah, we just want people to question what they saw and then question life in general.
Brilliant. Well, how can people get involved, get tickets and see this production of The Bald Soprano?
It's going to be good.
You can grab tickets online at the King Street Theatre website.
Okay.
And there's also a Facebook page that we keep putting up. I mean, I guess if you Facebook, Bald Soprano might come up.
Yep.
Or you can,
Or Emu Productions?
Emu Productions. If you Google Emu Productions, King Street Theatre, it'll take you to links. It'll get you to where you can buy tickets for it, and I suggest you do.
And show dates as well?
The 15th of March is our opening night. It's like a preview night, and it goes all the way to the 26th, but doesn't have it on the 25th because it's Good Friday and people prefer to go to Easter.
People prefer to go to Easter.
Well, yeah, you got things to do on Easter. You got
Yes, lots of hot cross buns.
Well, that's right. You don't want to go to the shows.
No, of course not. Well, guys, thank you very much for making the time and coming on by and seeing us here at Radio Northern Beaches. We're going to get back into the music. You're listening to The Clash here on Radio Northern Beaches, 88.7 and 90.3 FM.